Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Liam Mookie here, back with you in another new part of What If Izuku Was Pyra and Mythra's Driver. This is part 24. In the last part, Izuku and everyone else actually passed the final exam. However, it also shows that, other thing that some people need to take remedial classes. Not only that, it also seems that Bakugo has been chosen as a driver, and not just any blade, as being Bridget. Not only that, Izuku and Shigaraki having a discussion with one another on the ideas on Hero Society as a whole, and seeing on what would happen in the future. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? 2 days have now passed as everyone in Class 1A are getting ready for their, for the summer camp. However, they have at least a week before the summer camp begins. During this time, a lot of people decide to hang out with each other, while some choose to just spend time by themselves, or some actually choosing to use this time to relax or choose the time to train themselves with their quirks, such as Bakugo. However, he refuses to use Bridget, as believing that he doesn't need her help to get stronger. To him, relying on her proves that he is weak, and he isn't weak. However, as for the proper blades and drivers, Izuku, Pyra, and Jin, alongside Ida and Abrona, are actually training together at Dagobah Beach, with Izuku and Ida clashing with their weapons, with soon Ida trying to use both his fighting style of using kicks, while also trying to use the short swords as well. As for Izuku, he continues parrying each and every strike using Pyra's sword, with then Jin soon steps in to strike at Ida as well with his katana. However, Abrona soon comes in, blocking the attack, giving Ida a chance to try to kick Jin before rushing at him with his engines, and then doing a flurries of slashes and strikes, before finishing it off with that of a powerful roundhouse Excepro burst kick. With then soon Jin was sent flying backwards for a split second before getting ready to strike once again. As for Izuku, he soon screams out, "Detroit Smash!" with then jumping into the air and creating that of a wave of fire towards Ida, with then within Abrona trying to defend from the strike as it puts a strain on her barrier, with then Ida saying, "Abrona, are you okay?" It's saying, I'm fine, Tenya, totally fine," with then Jin coming behind them with that of an ether shift, saying, "Not quite." With soon, before the two could, defend from the strike, with then Jin sends them flying backwards with one solitary slash, with then the two basically being dragged through the sandy beach, with then Pyra soon screaming out, "Hey guys, are you okay?" With then everyone saying, "We're totally peachy," with Ida saying, "I'm a little hurt, but nothing too serious," as he says this while still struggling to get back up, with then Izuku going over to his glasses-wearing friend and offering him a hand, with then soon Ida grabbing on to his greenette friend's hand, pulling him up to the sand, with then soon the six of them began to take at least a bit of a break with Abrona and Mythra basically, fooling around with each other as, Abrona keeps on teasing and messing with Mythra as Mythra getting annoyed at the, at the flying like blade with then she's saying, "Ha ha, can't catch me, Blondie. Come on." With then Mythra saying, "Oh, you are so damn annoying." As for Izuku and Ida alongside Jin, the three of them just continue sitting by, seeing the, somewhat playful act going around. With then soon Izuku saying, "So, how's your relationship with Abrona going?" Ida with then Ida looking down a little bit before having that of a smile on his face saying, "Not as bad as I thought it would be. Personally, I thought, it wouldn't work out as well, especially given that Abrona was the one who also was involved with my brother's condition. Actually, I was more worried that Tensei would know that Abrona was one of Stain's accomplices. Actually, after being paralyzed by Stain and losing a lot of blood from his lower spine, he actually passed out. So he didn't even know that Abrona was even there to begin with, which was a good thing, if I had to say so." With then Jin saying, "I see. So, has she been," with then Ida actually having memories on his time on spending with Abrona at his home. And let's just say their relationship has actually been somewhat weird. His mother believes that Ida now has a girlfriend, and that she has that of a, not a well-received home life, and wants to spend time with her, and wants to live with Ida for the time being. As for his father, he was against it at first, but seeing on how much, Ida has become more open, even after schools as well, maybe is a good thing. Also thinking about his brother, Tensei always believed that Ida does need to become more open up with others. And if opening up his heart and his home to somebody that Ida cares about a lot is a way for that to work, is a way for him to grow even more, he couldn't help but accept it. With then soon Izuku saying, "Wow, your parents seem a lot more opening, to be honest." With then Ida saying, "What about you, Midoriya? How was it like to have both Jin and Pyra and Mythra to your home?" With then Izuku saying, I actually lied when I told my mom that, Pyra and Mythra was actually my quirk. Same thing also goes with Jin as well, when I awakened him as well from his core crystal. After all, I was quirkless to begin with, so it wouldn't be too weird for my mom to find out that I end up having that of a sentient quirk that takes human form after all. With then hearing this, soon Ida saying, "I guess that does make a lot of sense. Still, I can't believe that you've spent your whole life quirkless, and yet I can't imagine on how rough it's been for you, my friend." With Izuku, he has that of a small sad smile on his face. With Jin was about to say something, but soon Izuku spoke up saying it was basically almost like being through a living hell, to be honest. If I didn't meet Mythra when I was 13 years old, I don't know what would happen to me. I don't know what would have led me to this point to basically be able to have my dream, make my dream a reality. Would I still try to get into UA without a quirk? Or would I find another way? Who knows? It's just I don't know. With then Jin soon speaking up saying, you would have found a way. With soon Jin looking as the two boys look at Jin saying, you would have found a way. Found a way to grow stronger. Found a way to show your true strength. And find a way to become something, to reach what you always wanted. The thing that you've always dreamt of, being a hero. When it comes to you, Izuku, life finds its way. After all, I wouldn't have found my perfect driver, to be honest, if life didn't want us to meet. With then hearing this, soon Izuku couldn't help but smile and say, thank you. Thank you for saying that, Jin. With then Jin couldn't help but have that of a, somewhat of a satisfying smile. With then soon, they soon heard that of a small explosion. As they look forward, they can soon see that, the area that the beach was is basically just been exploded. But soon, Izuku looks behind him and realizes, oh God, as Mythra's sword is no longer behind him, and now in her hands, with then saying, you pissed me off long enough, you damn flying bitch. With soon, she begins sending another blast of light ether towards Abrona, saying, hey, this is no longer fun anymore. Will you stop? With then, as Abrona continues dodging each and every strike, with soon, Izuku saying, Mythra, stop! Wait, please, stop! With soon, Jin couldn't help but take a deep sigh, saying, here we go again. With then, as Ida looking at, the craziness that has happened, that just happened, as part of him thinking that this is ridiculous and completely unorganized and unorderly and chaotic. However, he couldn't help but crack a smile and think, and I don't think I would change it for anything. After all, the next day, soon, both Izuku, Pyra, and Jin had two unusual visitors, as it being, Kaminari and Mineta. With then soon, Izuku saying, hey guys, what are you doing here? With then soon, Kaminari saying, hey Midoriya, we wanted to see if you wanted to come to the school with us and basically use the school pool. With then Izuku saying, wait, seriously? You want us to go to the school pool? With then Mineta saying, definitely. I mean, it's going to be quite fun, and I know that you're going to enjoy it. With then soon Jin lowering his face towards Izuku, saying, knowing these two, they're basically the biggest perverts in your entire class. They have something up their sleeves, so be cautious. With then Izuku saying, true, but hey, it would be fun to just relax a little bit. No reason for us to go training all the time. With then soon Pyra saying, definitely. I mean, why not? It would seem kind of fun, to be fair. Why don't we go? With then looking back at his two blades, before soon Mythra saying, sure, why not? I mean, I could have a little bit of fun at a pool, but with soon looking at the electric blonde and the grape hair boy, saying, you idiots try anything, and you're going to be wishing that, that you basically turn to ashes. As she shows off her light, with then both, perverted teens basically nodding their head furiously. With then, Izuku couldn't help but have that of a nervous, laugh at the antics of Mythra. With soon, as they arrive at the pool, let's just say Mineta and also Kaminari were disappointed that the girls are basically wearing the the school swimsuits, after all, instead of wearing bathing suits as they wanted them to wear. As for Pyra and Mythra, well, they doing the same thing. They just decided to wear that of, well, the school bathing suits, as they could probably create their own little bathing suits if they wanted to, but why the hell not? Why give the two of them the satisfaction of looking at them? During the time at the pool, well, let's just say things got a little bit, well, heated in more ways than one. For example, well, Bakugo and Kirishima were there as well, with Bakugo basically trying to antagonize Izuku as always. However, once he saw Pyra, as she gives off one of her comforting smiles as always, he soon basically backs off for a bit. After what happened during the, well, practice exam, let's just say the two basically, well, have somewhat of a mutual understanding. Mostly out of fear, though, on Bakugo's case. As for everything else, well, due to Bakugo's competitive nature and everyone else basically wanting to prove on who's the best as well, they have that of a swimming competition. However, the swimming basically became irrelevant when soon everybody just began using their quirks. First starting with Bakugo, then that's with Shoto as well, and then it also last being Izuku, as he was able to link with either, well, Jin and Pyra and Mythra by being faster. He was almost with then a top. However, due to him not being able to have one for all, he wasn't faster than Ida as before. So that means he, well, he actually tied with Ida instead to see on who would move on to the finals. Actually, they having that of a full-on, well, race to see on who can make it. Surprisingly enough, soon, well, this time Izuku linked with both Pyra and Mythra alongside Jin at the same time. Almost similar to that on how he was basically dual wielding with both their weapons, actually. With then him actually taking first place. With soon, seeing on how everything playing out. With then, Jin couldn't help but go to Mythra, as she's currently in that form right about now. With then soon Jin saying, "So, how do you think he's going?" With then Mythra saying, "What do you mean?" Saying, "I'm talking about Izuku. He's changed quite a bit after these past couple of months. Even though I'm basically his newest blade, I can tell he was basically a nervous, shy, timid, and scared wreck after all this time." With then Mythra basically putting her arms over her head, saying, "You're not wrong there. The kid has always been like that. And it's what I love about him, to be honest, but I wouldn't change him for any other way." With then hearing this, saying, "Of course you wouldn't. After all, you truly do love him more than anything." With soon, she's saying, "Please tell me you didn't hear that at the mall." Saying, "I heard it at the mall." Saying, "You bastard!" Saying, "Hey, you're the one who screamed it to the heavens. After all, Pyra feels the same way. Am I wrong?" With soon, Mythra soon switching up with Pyra. With then Pyra looking down, saying, "I do. To be honest, we both do. And we did make a promise. We promised we will tell him one day, but not today. Especially, or not tomorrow, or maybe not the day after. But soon, one day, we will." With then, Jin couldn't help but see that the finalists being that of Bakugo, Shoto, and Izuku, saying, "Well, that someday will come soon. So come on, let's go and support him as much as we can." With then soon Pyra saying, "Yeah." With then the two began to have that of a link between one another. with soon at within the three getting ready into that of diving positions, with Bakugo preparing his explosions, Shoto preparing his ice, and Izuku feeling the ether flowing through him from his link with his two blades. As then they jump into the air before soon Bakugo's explosions were canceled, Shoto couldn't create his ice, and for some bizarre reason, well, Izuku couldn't feel his link with his blade, actually. With soon, then Pyra and Jin actually feeling like their ether and their powers are being suppressed right about now. With then the three boys actually jump into the water. With then they begin coughing up water as well. As then soon everybody looking at the entrance as the being Shota Aizawa, their homeroom teacher, saying, "All right, everyone, that your time is up. You all better head back home right about now." With then everybody feeling somewhat down at this. Within, Aizawa saying, "You want to keep on going?" After hearing that threat and seeing the his red eyes and floating hair, everybody soon resentment and reluctance basically disappeared, with them all heading to the changing rooms. However, a few people noticed a certain woman, as this woman having that of a somewhat of a shrine maiden, attire, as she has that of a puffy hori, also that of a long dress skirt, long red dress skirt, that of brunette hair that looks like that's completely braided, with that of somewhat golden head ornaments and a staff in her hands, with her golden eyes as well. With then soon Momo asking, "Mr. Aizawa, who's her?" With then soon saying, "Oh, right. This is Hayes. She's going to be our teaching assistant from now on." With then soon Suyu saying, "A teaching assistant? Why would you need one, Mr. Aizawa Ribbit?" With then soon saying, "As Nezu, honestly, I could do without." With then Hayes say, "Mr. Aizawa, I understand you don't like the predicament. However, it is necessary, especially coming from Principal Nezu. Do you really wish to go against him in his words?" With then hearing this, Aizawa's eyes couldn't help but twitch in annoyance, but also hates to, continue, basically be impulsed by his emotions entirely, before taking a deep sigh, saying, right. Well, anyway, within Hayes coming up, as then within Pyra's eyes widening, and that of shock and surprise. Within Jin saying, "Huh? Why are you surprised, Pyra? What's with you?" With then Pyra saying, "Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing entirely. I promise." With soon seeing this, soon Jin was not really believing Pyra's words. With then soon however, deciding to go and get their driver out of the water. With then Jin offering a hand towards his driver. However, he wasn't the only one, as Ida did the same thing alongside Shota, as he soon grabs onto Jin and Ida's hand. Within Izuku thanking Shoto for the offer as well, with Shoto nodding, with then soon walking off. And after that, then Izuku looking at Hayes and wanting to introduce himself, but then he soon noticed something on her chest, as it looked like that of a blue diamond. However, Izuku knew better, as that was that of a core crystal, within realizing Hayes was a blade. 1 hour before Aizawa came to the pool to, tell Class 1A that their pool time is up. Within Aizawa basically in Principal Nezu's office saying, You wanted to see me, sir? With Nezu basically nodding, saying, yes, yes. Actually, I wanted to know, have you known about the newest issue that's causing a problem across Japan lately? These blue crystals? With saying, yes, I've heard of them. Actually, a couple of pros basically wanted to see if they were, minerals that have now developed that of a quirk. We do know since animals can develop quirks during time. However, it's doubtful that that's the case, since quirks are only to emerge from that of living beings, not non-living beings such as rocks and minerals. With then Nezu couldn't help but nod, saying, exactly. Actually, the fact is, these are not normal stones. They're actually living stones, to be fair. With then Aizawa's eyes widening in shock. However, still having that of a non-surprised tone, even though he is, saying, You can't be serious. Saying, oh, I am. Actually, it's this. It's the very thing that I want you to notice. It's the information that we were given from both Sir Night-Eye and the police. These are known as core crystals. Basically stones where you'll basically be able to awaken a living being known as a blade. With then Aizawa hearing this, thinking that his boss, the principal of UA, has basically lost it. With then Aizawa saying, don't get me wrong, you don't think that I believe that this is ridiculous. However, after seeing the things that have happened, I've also seen the rare cases of people who have touched the stones, but haven't basically gone in, that haven't lost all their blood, but instead, within typing on his laptop once again, within showing a humanoid being that looks like he has that of spikes coming out of his ears, that's of a, chrome face, body and armor, with that of white covering his shoulders and his chest as well. But then, as I was saying, is that that person's quirk? With then Nezu saying, we both know this isn't a quirk. With soon, as I was saying, what is? With then Nezu saying, this is a blade. They're basically an artificial being that are they're pretty similar to that of humans as well. The only difference is that even if you destroy a limb or their head or parts of their body, they'll basically regenerate instantly. With then, as I was saying, but how? However, there is a way to defeat them. From Sir Night-Eye's, research, given that he also has his own blade, we found out they can be damaged from their core crystal, basically the symbol in their chest. If you damage that, they'll revert back to their core crystal, revert back to normal. In hearing this, Aizawa was fascinated and also curious, with then asking the question, saying, why tell me this? With soon Nezu saying, Mr. Midoriya, I believe that the two beings that he has are actually blades as well, which makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Sentient quirks do have limitations on how much they can affect their user, but they don't constantly, fight against their user's actions and do their own thing as well, such as his two blades. With now hearing this, soon Aizawa was completely caught off guard. Part of him was basically that of understanding and relatability, but the other part of him is that of pure, unadulterated anger towards Izuku for hiding such a thing and for basically tricking him. With then Nezu saying, Now, Miss Aizawa, please calm yourself. I know that you feel like you have been tricked and betrayed, but given that our society is basically a society of nothing but quirks, and any quirk can exist depending on how it's made and how it's explained. It's understandable that it would be that you would think that it's a quirk, such as myself as well. With then soon, as I was saying, so now I get it. Every time when I tried to cancel, Doria's quirk, I thought for sure that, they will basically stop talking and they will shut down entirely before I cancel out my own. But it seems like they noticed that and figured it out as well. With then soon, so they've been tricking me this entire time. Damn. With then Nezu saying, that's why I believe it's the best. If you want to continue helping young Midoriya become the hero that he is, that I know that you want to continue to help him to strive to be, then you may need this. Soon pulling something out of his desk as it being that of a black box, before opening it up, showing a core crystal inside. With then soon Aizawa saying, it can't be. With then soon Nezu nodding, saying, yes, that the government was able to give me that of a core crystal. Personally, they want to see if any of the teachers or students actually have the potential to awaken a blade. So, personally, I was thinking about giving it to young Midoriya. However, as his teacher, as his homeroom teacher, you should be the one to accept it first. With then, as I was saying, but what if it explodes my blood? Saying, but that is a risk you have to take. Will you? With then hearing this, soon, Aizawa clenching his fist before taking a deep breath, saying, normally doing something this dangerous is basically unlogical and unreasonable. However, I can't pass up this opportunity just yet. I will see if I am capable. And if I'm not, hey, at least I get at least a couple more hours of sleep even if my blood explodes from my body. Within, after saying this, soon Shota touches the core crystal. Within, soon a bright light begins to emerge from the core crystal as it soon explodes, and then Shoto steps back as then the figure is being that of Haze. With then her staff comes into her hands, she spins it around, saying, hello there. You must be my new master, or driver, actually. My name is Haze. It's a pleasure to meet you. I do hope that my efforts are useful in your endeavors. As Haze soon bows her head to her new driver. With then soon Nezu saying, now then, I believe she's quite useful. Don't you agree? Why don't you get to know her at least a little bit? With soon Aizawa basically clearing his throat with saying, tell me, what can you do as a blade? With then she's saying, oh, actually, I have the ability to, remove that of ether miasma, basically toxic ether from the air. I also have a strong wind element into my ether abilities as well. And I have a special ability that allows me to, control other blades by suppressing their ether flow through their body, which means I can control their powers entirely. With then hearing this, soon Aizawa couldn't help but have that of a devious smile, saying, well, she's something else. With then soon Nezu saying, if you like her that much, allow her to be your teaching assistant. Say that she's trying to gain new teaching knowledge and first-hand experience on what it is to be a UA teacher. With then hearing this, soon Aizawa wanted to, not accept it, but given that drivers and blades have to stick together no matter what, which means he has to say yes, unfortunately. Back to original time, everybody else in Class 1A soon began to leave the school, with everybody in their respective cliques. As for Izuku, he soon wonders on what the future holds for him and his blades as well. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Also, part of me wants to do the Two Heroes movie as well, but personally I want to get straight into the summer camp arc. So yeah, I might just make a poll asking if you guys want me to go straight to Two Heroes or that of, go straight to the summer camp, because I don't want to take too much time after all. So yeah, any rate, in case you guys want me to do Two Heroes, I wanted to set up a goal requirement. Instead, if this video can get up to that of 150 likes in the next couple of weeks, alongside that of 1,000 views, then I will make the Two Heroes movie. So yeah, any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification, keep up to date with my videos. Also, check out my Discord and gaming channel, link in the description down below. So, with all that said, this is Leon signing out. Later guys, and I hope you all take care.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!